Oh yeah, there you go. You can see the salt and the fat on there. Good morning. Today I thought that I would take you guys along with me and show you what I eat in a typical day on the carnivore diet. I'm actually doing the lion diet, which is a stricter version of the carnivore diet where you're just eating ruminant meat and salt. In the last 6 weeks or so, I've been doing a low histamine version of the lion diet where I only eat unaged meat and I cook everything from frozen. So it's definitely a bit extreme, but for a lot of people that have really severe health issues and that are really sensitive, this can kind of help accelerate healing. It's something that I don't plan on doing forever and really do think that I'm going to heal from my histamine intolerance and hopefully get back to longer cooked meats and smoked meats soon. I think this is just kind of a part of my healing, and so that's what we're doing. We actually just got back home from a 6-week trip to Florida, so some of my last few videos were done in Florida and we're back home to North Carolina. And last year we bought a fixer-upper and have been renovating the entire house, and in future videos I'll show you guys some of the old pictures and clips from how our house used to look. But basically that's why you'll see a bunch of boxes all along here, because we are renovating the entire other side of this house. So things are a bit chaotic, but I'm really excited to hopefully be making a lot more videos here coming up soon. Something that I really enjoy, and if there's ever anything that you want me to make a video about, just leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to add it to the list. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good day so far. I have a box here from North Star Bison. North Star Bison is one of the 3 farms that I've found that offers unaged meats. And so everything on their website is unaged unless it's otherwise marked as aged. They have bison, beef, sometimes they have lamb and goat. Anyways, they sent me this package and I'm really excited to see what's inside. Alright, so I'm gonna put this glove on because there is dry ice in here and I just want to be careful. Ooh, got Bison ossobuco. I'm excited to try that. I think I'm gonna have that for breakfast today. Beef brisket. You guys know that brisket is one of my top favorites. Ooh, bison tomahawk rib. Got the bone in. Bison ribeye steaks. I haven't ever had a bison steak before, so that'll be exciting. Ooh, a beef chuck roast. I haven't had a chuck roast since I switched to low histamine and unaged meats because none of the other places that I've been buying had chuck roast, and a bison chuck roast as well. I don't know about you guys, but when I get a delivery of meat in the mail, it's like Christmas. All the beef and the bison from North Star are 100% grass finished, so super high quality and low histamine. This video is not sponsored by North Star, but they did send me this package of meat, so thank you North Star, and I'm looking forward to trying all of these amazing cuts. Okay, I'm going to make the bison ossobuco for my first meal of the day, and I'm gonna use the Instant Pot. It's super easy, just basically put it in, add some salt or electrolytes and some water, and then turn it on to manual for about 80 or 90 minutes. Alright, so this is it. I usually start eating around 11 and then stop around 4, and I typically have 2 meals a day. I always put Redmond's real salt on everything I eat. It's the only salt I use and I love it so much. It just tastes so good. Alright, let's give this a try. Mmm. Really good. When I was making this, I was thinking about how good this would probably taste smoked. As you guys know, I'm taking a break from smoked meats, but I'm sure this would taste amazing smoked. A lot of times shank has this noodle-like stuff around the edges, and I think it tastes so good. It's one of my favorite parts. These little bones here often will have some marrow in there. I don't want it to fall out, but it typically will have some bone marrow in there, and I always make sure to scoop that out and eat it. So, oh, that's really good. Wow. That's probably the best bone marrow I've had. Super good. Another experiment I want to do is just doing like a week of only eating bison. I think that would be interesting to see because I've eaten so much beef on the lion diet, and I think it would be good to switch it up. Lamb is another one I want to do, but I'm just not the biggest fan of lamb, and I know a lot of people in the carnivore community are like, lamb's the best, but lamb just is rough for me, except for the lamb bacon. The lamb bacon from Billy Doe Meats is so good, and I think I like it because it actually like doesn't taste like lamb. But I do remember that I liked the taste of lamb a lot better when it was done on the smoker, and I feel like with lamb, adding herbs or other things like that really helps the taste of lamb, but obviously all I'm doing right now is salt, and so if I could smoke it or add some herbs or something, I think I would like it better. But yeah, and this doesn't taste gamey at all. I was kind of expecting it to taste gamey, but it doesn't. There's quite a bit of bone marrow in these bones. I've been eating outside a lot lately. I don't know what it is about eating outside and being outside, but it just makes me happy. That's something that I've heard about histamine reactions, is if you eat outside, it can potentially lessen the reaction. When we were in Florida, I cooked this brisket in the oven, and I cooked it longer than I typically do well with. We took it with us to the beach, and I ate it on the beach with my feet on the sand and listening to the sounds of the ocean, and I just kept telling myself, like, you're not gonna have a reaction, it's totally fine. And just being in that environment, like, it was totally fine. I didn't have a reaction to it, and I think that just shows that our mental state plays a big role in what our reactions are like, and it's hard to not be nervous or anxious about trying something when you've had these serious reactions in the past. But our bodies produce histamines on their own, so when we have stress and anxiety, then those levels are only gonna go up. And so I think the mental aspect of it is a really important thing to address. So this is the broth or the stock, whatever you want to call it, from the liquid in the Instapot. I've been really trying to drink all of that because that can be really gut healing. It tastes good, and I also like the idea of like nothing going to waste. Since I've been only eating unaged meats, I've been spending a lot more money on food, and so it makes me really not want to waste like any part of the food. And so, like, for example, I'll save these bones and I put them in a bag in my freezer. Typically when I get a bag or two filled up, then I'll put them all in a pot and fill it with water and boil it for a few hours, and then I'll drink that stock. This one has quite a bit of marrow still in it. Ooh. Here we go. And as you guys saw when I was preparing this, I added in some beef suet to the Instapot just because bison tends to be pretty lean, and I want to have a bit higher of a fat ratio than that. Marrow's so good. But I'd probably recommend not putting the fat of the suet in the Instapot for as long as you're gonna cook the osso buco, because I think it just cooks for too long. So next time I'll probably just throw it in the air fryer for a few minutes so it gets a little bit crisp on the outside. You gotta experiment. See what works best, see what you like best. Anyways, guys, I hope you're eating something delicious today too, and I'll catch up with you in a couple hours when I start on my second meal of the day. So I normally freeze the broth, but because I knew I was going to drink it in just a couple hours, I just put it into the fridge, and I'm going to pour it into this pot and reheat it on the stove, and then just add some electrolytes and drink it up. All the healing juices. Okay, for my second meal, I'm going to have this Bison ribeye. So it's kind of lean, so I'm gonna air fry up a little bit of beef suet, not this whole bag, but just some of it. And I'm also gonna make some of these lamb sweetbreads from Billy Doe Meats. This is an organ that I haven't tried yet, and I'm excited to try it. I've heard it tastes pretty good. I've been trying to up my organ intake. I've been eating mostly like lamb and goat organs. They're smaller and easier to handle, and I think a little bit more mild tasting than the beef ones, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna put that in the air fryer just with the suet, and for the steak, I'm just gonna do a simple oven reverse sear from frozen. So I'm gonna put the oven to 275, and then once it defrosts enough, I'll put a temperature probe in there and pull it out at like 105, and then just sear it in some beef tallow. So yeah, I'm excited. This is Redmond's new smoked salt. I like it. I just have been using a little bit on some of the things that I've been cooking, and I haven't noticed any reactions to it. So it's just a fun little extra bit of flavor you can add. With air frying, I usually just keep an eye on things until they're as done and crispy as I would like. Honestly, guys, sometimes I'm still just amazed that I'm able to cook my own meals. I spent years of really not being able to cook for myself at all, and sometimes that gratitude just really hits me, and I hope that it's something that I never take for granted. So anyways, I've got the tallow heating up on the pan here, and my bison ribeye is about ready to come out of the oven. So I'm excited. All right. Look at that golden fat. I actually didn't know that grass-finished bison and beef have gold fat like that versus conventionally raised beef that is finished with grain. So just kind of cool, huh? You guys are probably judging me right now for using this knife on a dinner plate. I don't know what I was thinking. Next time I'll definitely use a cutting board like I should. But anyways, it turned out perfect. I've been loving the oven reverse sear lately. It's just so easy and always tastes great even with frozen steaks. Okay, got the bison ribeye here. It looks amazing. And then over here I have, let me try and get this to focus, have the crispy beef fat, and then this is some of the thymus. I just have it on a different plate in case it tastes really bad or something. I don't want to ruin the steak. But, alright. I'm gonna let those cool for a second, but bison is ready to try. Got, see if I can get that to focus. Oh yeah, there you go. You can see the salt and the fat on there. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. So good. Double thumbs up for the bison ribeye. Do you guys want to meet my husband? He's sitting right here.
Hello.
This is Jake. Do you want to try the bison?
Yes, please. It's pretty good.
It's good. Well, I know what the beef fat tastes like, so I'll go ahead and do the sweetbreads. It actually is kind of sweet. Interesting. Oh, they're pretty good. That's saying something because I'm not a huge organ person. Those are good. Okay. I've got a new favorite organ, sweetbreads. I'm not even joking, they're actually really good. Like, I wouldn't lie to you guys about what I think about the organs. I think kidneys taste terrible. So it's good too. All good. Okay, my friends, so that's just an idea of what I eat in a typical day. Of course, every day it looks a little bit different because I really do try to keep like a variety of different cuts and cooking methods just because I find it fun. So after years of not being able to cook for myself, it's something that I get excited about and look forward to. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll be sure to put links down below to anything that I used or mentioned in the video just in case you guys want to check those out. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to seeing you guys next time.